Good afternoon, welcome back to the channel. It's another fine, beautiful, sunny day here in eastern North Carolina, and it's going to be a bit of a hot one, so I'm going to try to do some work before it gets too hot. The high is going to be like 86, but I feel like the breeze is dying off already, and there was more of a breeze before. There's also people working in the neighborhood. That's why I've got the lavalier mic back on. It's not my favorite when I'm working. A wire moves around and you don't care. As you just saw, I was planting up some sunflower, and I'm doing that in the bed next to the bed that I have next to the radishes. And the sunflowers are, well, they're pretty, and they'll also attract hopefully the long-legged leaf bugs that I have down here in this wonderful spot. They are just voracious when it comes to my tomatoes, which I haven't planted yet because my seedlings got kind of messed up, and that's a whole nother story. I'm going to try to go to the local hardware store tomorrow and pick me up some of those, what do they call those, Bonnie's plants. So I may get a couple of tomatoes there. Normally I grow my tomatoes from seed, and I still have some tomato seed, I think, so I may try to regrow some flats of tomatoes. I don't know. We'll see how things go. Take it day by day. But the other purpose, or the other reason I want to grow the sunflowers next to where I have the radishes growing, is because I'd like to maybe grow more radishes as the temperature gets hotter. So once the sunflowers start growing up, hopefully these stalks will diffuse some of the morning, afternoon light and give the radishes a bit of a chance. And then maybe I can grow radishes up until maybe the end of June. I don't know. We'll have to wait and see what the temperature does, what Mother Nature does. It's just try to adapt and do the best you can. So today, if you couldn't tell by the title or the picture of the thumbnail, I have a lot of stuff that needs to get planted out, and actually those sunflower seeds I just planted was one of the many things that need to get planted. There's so much more stuff that needs to be planted. The upcoming flower bed I need to start processing, preparing, and start getting that planted up in the next few weeks before it gets too hot. And then FYI, between that and the dahlia beds, I will be hand watering or hose watering both over the course of the summer, again, depending upon what rain we get, because they're going to be young, tender plants. Theoretically, by this time next year, the plants will be more established, the roots will be going deeper into the ground, and therefore I won't need to water them as much. But the first year they're very tender and delicate, and we have a wicked sun here, along with some wicked heat at times. The rose garden I need to start getting back to work on. I have, again, two rose bushes, well, a rose bush and a climbing rose that I need to get planted out. I need to buy the damn arbor for the thing, and I've got 4 privet hedges, or bushes I should say, that need to go along the fence line. This way I can continue that hedgerow or hedge line, or what will be a hedge once the privets start getting larger and growing in. They're non-invasive and they're growing quite well. They're, again, privets, so privets go pretty fast. The first few that I planted last year are already about 2 foot high, and I'm going to let them get to 4 to 6 feet. We'll have to see. And then they'll be trimmed and kept in a formal box style. And that will actually help provide a little bit of shade for the rose garden, which will be good for the roses. This way they don't, especially once the temperatures start getting really hot down the road, years, it'll take the pressure off of the plant, and again provide a little shade for the at least the base of the root bushes, because of the way the sun is anyways, beans are doing well. Greenhouse is doing well. I'm actually starting to take stuff out of the greenhouse just simply because it's getting too hot in the greenhouse, as I thought it would. And again, we're in a bit of a heat wave and we're going to get cooler, so I can maybe get another week, maybe 2 out of the greenhouse. We'll have to wait and see. I am going to get shade cloth. I really have to start tracking that down and come up with a system for that. I can get shade cloth from BC greenhouses. They suggest putting it on the outside. There's a whole thing about that. When I do the shade cloth through the greenhouse, I will fill you in as to what I'm doing and how I'm doing it, and etc., etc. I'm going to start prattling now because you want to see what I'm planting. And instead of me showing you how I plant every single plant, because that's boring and you've all seen, it's to dig a hole, put the plant in, Bob's your uncle, water it in, well, everything's happy, move on to the next one. So I'm just going to do a quick movie edit magic thing and just boop, there'll be the plant, and I'll tell you what plant it is, and then we'll go on to the next one. This is the third take I'm doing this. I have a fun little new tool here I got from Garden Tool Company. I will leave the link below. If I forget to leave the link below, please remind me. This is a Sneebor Shovel, and it's kind of has the same or larger head here than a standard digging hand trowel. But I think the nice thing is the handle. It's nice and long, so it gives you a little bit extra leverage. Also, if you haven't gone and checked out the links below, please go check out the links below. I have all my social media, website, Amazon referral links. If you click on any of those links, I think I get a little something. And if you buy something through one of those links, I have books, electronics, what kind of camera I'm using. There's a bunch of other stuff there, garden tools. But if you click on any of those links, I get a little like commission or whatever from Amazon. And this way I can buy more plants on Amazon. Because believe it or not, you can buy plants on Amazon. Who knew? Also, I think I'm going to be starting, if you like the music that I use in my videos, if any of it's caught your interest, that's from Epidemic Music, and I'm going to be signing up for a referral program. So if you like the music, check out the link below for Epidemic Music, and if you click on the link, I get like a month for free. Bonus, that's a good thing. Let me start planting. And the first plant we have is a California red calla lily. Needs partial sun, 3 to 6 hours morning sun, gets about 18 inches high, 18 inches wide. And I think it'll look nice here next to the foxglove and daylilies. And I think it'll fill in the space nicely. The next plant is a Victoria de la Marne paint. I'll put the name below here. But it's a peony, and it should have lovely, I believe it's pink flowers. If not, again, I'll put the picture right over here someplace. And this one is a Cirrus blue salvia. And I had this one in a pot on the back potting bench, but I think it was time for it to move out of its little pot and into the ground. And if I can pan this without making too much shaking, it's in the front bed, next to the agapanthus and next to another plant, which I can't remember. If I do, I'll drop the link below. And the next one, between two of the boxwoods in the front of the house, is a blue glow globe thistle. And it should get to about 3 feet, so it should fill out the space in between the two boxwoods quite nicely. And I believe it has a blue flower. And this sad looking specimen right here is New Dimension Blue Salvia. And if it survives, hopefully it'll look as lovely as these other different types of salvias. The darker purple one is called Sage Rose Marvel. I don't know what the lighter one is, this brighter one. If I find the name, I'll post it up. And this last one is the last one I'm planting for the day right now because it's starting to get way too hot, is Cleosia, Cleosia. I'll put the name below. Dragon's Breath, blazing color. Or just, no, it's just Dragon's Breath, sorry. The tag just says blazing color. And as you can tell, the color is quite vibrant. Now this plant is probably going to be a perennial for me because it cannot take a freeze at all. So if it hits 32 degrees, this plant apparently will die. But we will see. Maybe I'll just cut it back at the end of the year and cover it over with mulch, and maybe it'll survive. But if it doesn't, I can definitely enjoy it for this year. All right, so I got a bunch of plants planted up, but I'm literally only scratching the surface of all the plants that need to be planted. I have seedlings which will need to be going into the ground because they're getting bigger. They're moving on to their teenage years. And they'll probably be going into the flower garden. There's echinacea. I have like 3 or 4 different types. There's more blue glow globe thistle. I started from seed. That again will probably go into the flower garden. Maybe here, even here on the mound in the crater. The Cleosia, I believe that's how you pronounce it. If I'm wrong, please leave a comment below. That is at the edge of the crater here in the front yard. And I have all sorts of plants coming up, including a lot of weeds. These beautiful red hot pokers, which I planted out last year, are already going to flower. They're looking magnificent. It's only going to get better as the year goes on. There are going to be more and more and more flowers. Everywhere in the flower garden, there's going to be flowers and vegetables, obviously, in the veg garden. The front garden beds, I'm going to continue to fill out. I may even expand. I was talking about doing that earlier in the year during the winter time when it was cooler out, but I never got around to it. Right beneath me here is Nicotina, and that is going everywhere. I don't know if you could see that. It's magnificent. Again, there's going to be more and more coming. So if you haven't subscribed, please subscribe. Click that bell icon to be notified when I do post a new video. If you don't follow me on Instagram, give a follow me on Instagram. I often post up pictures there that you will not see here necessarily on YouTube. There's all those links below. Please do me a favor, go check them out. There might be something there that interests you. I think I'm going to catch you on the next one. It's hot. See you later.